Okay, hope you can hear me. Can you hear me? Let me confirm my audio. Can you hear me? All right, so I'm looking at introduction to PowerPoint, introduction to Microsoft PowerPoint. Now, by definition, Microsoft PowerPoint is a presentation software application that allows users to create and edit display slideshows. So what we are simply saying is that just like what I'm using to present the lecture now, it is the PowerPoint. So this is PowerPoint. So PowerPoint is also an office application software, just like the way you have Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Word as part of Office Suite. But each of these softwares are designed to perform different operations within an office or for personal use. And that is why each time we define any one of them, we use the word an office package, an office software. Now, both of PowerPoint is strictly used for creating and managing presentations. So what do we mean by presentation? Presentation can be seen as contents you are displaying on the screen. And this content can be article like text, it can be in form of an image, it can also be form of a video. So the presentation of any of these contents is what PowerPoint specializes on. So let's look at the application of PowerPoint. Who are the people that can actually use PowerPoint to carry out their activities? Marketers can use PowerPoint. So as a marketer that wants to go and market your product to an organization or set of individuals, you might need PowerPoint to help you to prepare your contents in slides so that you'll be able to represent those products with their right images, such that when you are talking, the audience can easily get the message from the images you are using to portray the message. So it is very useful to marketers. It reduces the level of or the amount of talk they will have engaged in. So they can just be talking little while the slide explain the rest. Instructors, like lecturers, they also use PowerPoint, just like I'm doing now. I'm using PowerPoint to present my lectures. So PowerPoint is vastly or widely used across almost main sectors. Now, let's look at another individuals that can use PowerPoint. Being a presentation, you can use it to, like churches, pastors can use PowerPoint to slide their scriptures during preaching. So we can go on and on and on and on in identifying people who PowerPoint is beneficiary to. So like I said, it is an office application. Now, how do we access it on the system once you have installed it? So let's assume that I have not loaded the PowerPoint. The same way I taught you how to open Word and Excel, PowerPoint can be loaded either via the user interface like this, where each icon must have been programmed. For example, we have this icon programmed as a shortcut for accessing Microsoft Word. We have this program as a shortcut for accessing Excel, and so many other. So if you look here now, there is no icon program to help us to access PowerPoint as shortcut. So what I'm going to do is to right click, just like the way I taught you when I was showing you how to open Excel and the rest. So you right click on an empty space, that is where there is no icon, then navigate to new option. From new option, you scroll down to where you have Microsoft PowerPoint. So once I tap on it, it automatically creates an icon. So henceforth, this icon acts as a representative of PowerPoint on the user interface as a shortcut. So if I want to now access the PowerPoint through this icon I just created, I could just right click on it and select open, or I just simply place the pointer on the picture, not on the text, and double click. And that will open up what? The PowerPoint. Now, this method is referred to as shortcuts. And because it is a shortcut, it will not open up to the slide directly until you double click on what you are seeing here, that click to add first slide. So you just double click on it before it will open properly. That is because I came here through the shortcut. So if I close it and teach us how you can actually access it properly, which happen to be the second option. Now, outside using an icon to access PowerPoint, which other way can I use? You can actually use the program manager. Don't forget, in Excel and Word, I told us that there is a place where all installed applications are stored by default. Once you install any software in your computer, there is a place where it's expected to be what? Stored. And that place, it is called the program manager. So peradventure, maybe you've forgotten how to create the icon here, or you don't want to go through that method because of some of the privileges that we do not have when we use the shortcut. So you click on the start button. So the start button pops off an interface you are seeing on the screen. So the whole of this environment that came out as I selected the start button, it is called the program manager. All the programs that have been installed can be explored here. But sir, we have some programs that are tagged what? Pinned. And then we have some that are tagged what? Recommended. Now, these are some of the recent files that I used in the system. That is why you are seeing them here. Then here, these are some of the recent programs that I also launch. Now, peradventure PowerPoint is not here, just like I'm seeing it here now. You go to all applications. So once you click on all, it will now open up the main interface where all the programs has been stored alphabetically following ascending order. You come across the one with letter A before letter B before letter C. So PowerPoint, if we are to locate it here, we have to go down to Microsoft, that is letter M. So when you get to letter M, you will probably see what? Microsoft Office tools. So when you expand it, if you can't find it here, because this Microsoft Office tool sometimes might mean just some of the tools, not the main app. So, but at least you can see what? Under P, you have what? PowerPoint. So if I click on it, you see the way it will open. You see the way it open is different from the way the icon open, because the icon is a shortcut. This one is the proper way. And then when you go through the proper way, one of the benefits is that you have access to templates. Remember, even in Word, we experience something like this. Now, this template, I told us that these are already made templates that can be used to present or to create your presentation. So you can see that the language have changed now. When we were in Word, I was using document. When we were in Excel, I was using data or record. But now I am using presentation, presentation, presentation. So whatever content you are creating is your presentation. Okay? So we are saying that all these are templates built already by PowerPoint that can be exploited by you and I, and what customize them to represent our presentation. Now, it is left for you. If you are on the internet, you can see more of them. If you are not on the internet, you might see just some limited templates. Now, let's assume that I want to use this to present. So I need to know exactly the kind of content I want to present. It's very important you understand, because it is the nature of what you want to present that actually suggests which of these templates can be best used for it. So, but on your own, you can exploit them to know what they are made of. So let me just open up this. In other words, I am teaching you now how you can exploit the template. This one is when you want to design from the scratch. Then this is where the template start from. So let me click on it. It will tell us that what? Create. Now, anyone that you select that says create, it means that it has been installed. There are some that you will select, and this place that you are saying create will be download, which means that what you will be seeing that time is just a link that can help you to download the template directly for usage. So if I click here, you can see it now, it's even downloading it. Now you can see this is a template that has already been built. So I can just come here now and just highlight this and change it to my topic. Then highlight this and change it to my content. So meanwhile, one thing that I've benefited from coming through this template is that I am able to inherit this numbering. I am able to inherit this format, this design that make my presentation caching. Now you can see that this is already built format. Your only just to remove this image and bring in your images, substitute every other thing, but you maintain the shape and the design. So this is what some people does just to get this template, then customize it for whatever they want to present. I want to know if you are getting it.
Yes.
All right, so that is how to exploit the template. So I'm going to take it out and show us how to access the blank presentation. So the same thing, you come here and just click
So
on
that means you will
when it brings you
always
here,
go back
if you
to
don't
this
want
whenever.
already made design, that is, you want to learn how to create it by yourself, which we are going to do, I'll go through what? Blank presentation. So blank presentation is just like what we have in Word then as blank documents or book one. So this is how to load PowerPoint, both using the user interface method, that is where you program an icon to access it, which is the fastest way of accessing it, but you will not access those templates if you go through that method. So you are going to share your screen, and then you do just what I did now. What you are going to do for me, you are going to open the PowerPoint using an icon. If there's no icon, you create it just like I did. Then after that, you close it. Then you also show me how to access it through the program manager. So you can go ahead now. Share your screen. Just close the Excel.
I've done that.
Okay. You already
I
have.
have this already here.
Okay. So,
Yes.
okay. So just open it. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Just make sure you get to the workspace. Let's see. Open, explore one of the templates. Okay, start from the blank. Okay. Okay, now close it and then go through the program manager. Let me also confirm that. That is not PowerPoint, that is Access. Which method? What did you click? Did you click on Start? Okay, yeah, scroll down to letter P.
No.
Okay, scroll down to letter P. I can see your scroll down by your right hand side. Keep scrolling down. Yes, touch that, please. Keep going. Keep going, 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 keep going. No. You will get it under Microsoft Office. So go up and select Microsoft Office. There's a folder called Microsoft Office Tools. So hit the Microsoft Office tool. There is a file or a folder called Microsoft Office. I thought I saw it the other time. Okay, now just where you have search for app,
Up.
just type PowerPoint. Search for app, just type PowerPoint. It will bring it out as well. PowerPoint, PowerPoint, PowerPoint. Check your spelling. The P, PowerPoint. Okay, take it again. Let's see. PowerPoint, PowerPoint, PowerPoint.
Is it this one?
No, and yes, click on it. Let's see what it will. Click on it. Have you? No, that one
I've
is
done
taking
that.
you to
Yes.
no. It's taking you to a browser. See if you want to search about it. I'm wondering why it's not. Click on start button. Let me know if you did the right thing. Then
I
click on
just did
all.
that thing.
Oh yeah, click on all. Let me find that again. I want to check something. Click on all. Then take it gently.
I'm there.
Take it. Just be scrolling gradually. Once you get to a folder called Microsoft, you open it up. It should be there. It should be there. It should keep going gradually. You are targeting M. Once you get to letter M, you stop. You start checking letter M. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep going, keep going. Keep going. Okay, just be.
8.
No, keep going, keep going. I'm looking for the folder, Microsoft Office. Keep going, keep going. Good.
This.
Yes, open it up. Click on that Microsoft Office too. Click. Oh yeah, keep going now. Once you have selected it, it will open up then. Yeah, scroll now. No. Go back to where you were scrolling before. Continue going down. You will come across it now. Continue going down. Continue going down.
So I must open this place before I will see it.
Yeah, that is, yes,
Is that what
because
it means?
yes, because it's an office program. So they are all in both the rest. Only that those ones that you have been using often, they are outside. But where you cannot find it, then you have to go through this. I just hope that it's even here safe. Just keep going. I want to see maybe the way your system files are arranged. Just keep going. Just keep going. Let me see the end. Okay, it should be now. Okay. Keep going. Keep going.
It's not there.
Okay, it's not here. Just keep going. Let me see. Okay. Probably it has been removed from here, but thank God that you have the icon program on the desktop. If not, this will have been a challenge. Okay, it's not there, but so thank God you understand the two. So you cannot share your screen and let's continue. All right, so I believe all that I've explained is clear. Now, once
But since I don't have it, those templates, sorry, since I don't have it in that slash button, the templates, so I have to create it myself.
yes, but I believe if you go through the search, the one that came out through that shortcut actually prompted the template. You saw it now. Those things we are seeing,
Yes.
they are the templates. So since the other route does not exist, that is why that shortcut prompted you those templates. That place you selected blank. So you are already, these are based
Yes.
on the version you are using, because you are using version 2016. That is why you don't have more
Okay.
of this type of template that I have, because each of this version, me, I'm using 2022 or thereabout, which is a higher version than the one you are using. So the version you are using determine the type of template you see. Exactly.
Okay. Yes.
All right. So now, once you have learned how to access the program, the next topic is familiarizing yourself with the environments. That has been the principle of learning applications. Once you have mastered how to launch the application, the next thing is for you to understand the environment of the application. And that is the topic I want to quickly teach us now. Now, this is PowerPoint's environment. This is PowerPoint window. Remember when we were in Word, I said every application software provides users an interface, which is called the user interface. Now, this interface allows user to communicate with the application itself. And on that application user interface, that is where various functions that are used to carry out the purpose of that application are programmed. For example, you are going to see that most of the things that are on PowerPoint interface, they were the things we already understood from Word and Excel. Let me just show you this. If I go to home now, I believe you will agree with me that this was in Word, right?
Yes, bold.
You will also agree with me that all these things that are here, and most of them here, they are things we have already learned from Word. So that is why we shouldn't take more
Yes.
than 2-3 lectures on PowerPoint, because there are so many things you have already learned. And when we were in Word then, I told you that why I concentrated more, why I spent almost a month and on Word, because I was indirectly teaching us what we will be learning in part of Excel and what?
Okay.
PowerPoint. Okay. Now, let's quickly study the interface for some minutes. So I'm going to start from here. Just like I said, PowerPoint interface is broken into sections, just like we had it in Word. And it is our duty to understand each of these segments and the kind of instruction they convey to us as users. So let me start by identifying the first part. The whole of this part that I am navigating at, stopping here or starting from here down to this, it is still called the application title bar, just like we described
Okay.
it in Word. And what it does is that it presents to us, the user, information about the document you are working with. In this case, the presentation you are creating. Okay, let me rephrase. Now, it presents to us information about this environment. For example, now, the name of your design, your presentation. Let's say we go to File, and then we select what? Save. The same way you were taught how to save in Word, that is how you save here. So you go to what? Save. You choose Save As because this is the first time you are saving, right? So that the file can have a unique word identifier. So once you click on that, of course, your computer will prompt you different storage units. So you choose. So if these ones, like I told us then, that these are the recent use storage. So peradventure, you want to go into any of this, then you can take advantage of them here. But if the particular storage you are targeting is not among this listed one, you go to what? Browse. In other words,
Right.
contact an interface that is not displayed here. So let's assume I want to save on desktop. So I'll select that desktop and go ahead and change the name. If I have a folder, then I need to go to the folder, open the folder before I enter the name. And then finally, I click on save. I hope you are following. All right. So I could just use the name. Let's say what? Class, or let's say first class, first underscore class. I could just use this. And then after that, I will just click on what? Save. Then if I want to password it, that is, this is a confidential presentation. I don't want every user of this system to always access my presentation without entering what? Password. So instead of me clicking on save, just like I taught you when we were on Word, instead of me selecting save, which means you are saving with this file name without attaching password, I will just go through what? Tools. I'll suspend the save and go to what? Tools. Under tools, I'll select general what? Option. This was the
General option.
follow in Word. Then it will prompt you a dialog box to enter your password. So I could just say my password is 123. Please remind me in case of next time. 123 is the password I'm using. 123. So once I've done that, I will select what? Okay. Repeat that same password. 123. Okay. Repeat it again. 123. Repeat it. Now is accepted. You can now finalize it by clicking on what? Save. So I have saved
Save.
this presentation. Now let's close it and see if we want to access it, it will ask us for the password. So let me close it. Remember that I saved it on desktop. So let me go to File. So this is how you can open your saved presentation, just like the same way you know it in Word. So I will go to what? Open. I will go to Open. But being the recent file I created, I can just what? Take advantage of it here. Or better still, I go to Open, then choose where I store it. which is what? Desktop. And then I search for the name of that file, which is what? First class. Then click on it and select open. Look at it. It will ask for what? Password now. So all I need to do is to type the password 1, 2, 3, and then click. Repeat it again 1, 2, 3, and then click. Then finally you have access to it. So that is how to save and also to attach password to your presentation. Because if you are working in an office, you might not be the only one using the system, and you don't want other operators to see some of the things you want to present to some other people. So you can password it. So now I did that to explain one of the function of the title bar, right? You see that as soon as we save now, what was here was just PowerPoint, but now it carries what? The name of our presentation. And at the same time, it's also showing the name of the application, PowerPoint. Now, on your right-hand side, where you have these series of buttons, they still remain the same function we know them to be from Microsoft Word. If you remember in Word, I told you that this one is when you have an account with Microsoft and you want to work directly from a licensed Word account. This one is called Ribbon, if you can still remember, which helps you to what? To control your tabs. You can say you want to hide the tabs. You can go back there. You can say you want to display only the tab. You can go back there and say, okay, you want to display both the tabs and their respective command. I believe you still remember all this. The same way we have them in Word. Then, of course, this danger button is when you want to finally what? Exit application. Make sure that you must have saved whatever you are doing before you tap what? This. So that settles the application title bar. Now, the next part that makes up PowerPoint interface is this. It's still the same way we call it in Word, which is a standard toolbar, which allow us to program shortcut commands. So, for example, we have save. That's why we have this icon here. We have undo already programmed. That's why we have this icon here. So if I want to bring in open, so I could just click. So I've just added what? Open shortcut. So instead of me going to file and select open, now I have it what? Shortcut here. That I could just click and that will open my system what? Storage. Then I may also want to program more command. Peradventure, the command you want to program here as shortcut is not among the default list. What did I say you should do? You go to what? More command.
More commands.
Then you will see a kind of an expansion of all the functions. So if, for example, I want to program, let's say this animation pan as a shortcut, I will just select it, then click on add to add it to the ones you have added before coming here. And then after adding all the ones you want to add, you can now click what? Okay. And then when you check here, you see the icon what? Added. Did you get that?
Yes.
All right. So that is for the application title bar and the standard what? Tools bar. Remember that you can also remove them by coming here and unchecking them. That is how you can remove. Then if you want to remove any of those ones that we went to more command, you must also go back there and then let's say we click on it and remove it. Remember that all these have been taken care of in Word. Now, the next part I want to show us is the tabs bar, the tabs bar, the tabs bar. The whole of this place where you have file, home, insert, design, transition, animation, slideshow, record, review, view. The whole of this section is referred to as the tabs. If you can still remember, where I said the tabs act as different containers with different command. For example, if you click on file, file will give you access to the backstage of the program. That is, all these are wrapped at the back of the program, and which offers us functions like save, save as, print, and the rest of them. If you click on this icon, it will take you back to the front page of what? The program. Then if you click on home, you see all these various what? Function. If you go to insert, you will see what? Different what? Function. Just like the way we have it in Word and Excel. But you know what? In Word, we have home. In Word, we have insert, even in Excel. But there are few things.
Yes.
There are few things, despite that the tabs name happen to be the same, there are few things that are not the same with the content of the home you have in Word. For example, look at the home, look at the insert you have here. If you go to Excel, you will not see the whole of this video, audio, you will not see all this. But it's the same word, insert. You'll be saying something else like shape and the rest. Because in PowerPoint, I can actually upload a video here. Video can be part of my slide content. So I just want us to take note of that. So we have some unique. So I want you to look at the screen and tell me the tabs we have here that are not in Word. Looking at file, home, insert, design, transition, animation, slideshow, record, review, view. Can you identify the ones that are here that we don't have in Word?
Slideshow is not there.
Good. We don't have slideshow in what? In Word, right?
Yeah, animation.
Animation. We don't have animation. Which other one again? We don't have.
Transition.
Good. So 1, 2, 3 are the unique what? Tabs. So that is the reason why I said we don't waste time in PowerPoint, because most of the things here you're already familiar with them from Word. Here. So we just focus on what we have here, here, and here. Okay. Now, these are tabs. Why you have these introduced tabs that are not in Word? Because of the function of this application. Because of the function of this application. Like I said when I started, I said this program is mainly for creating and managing presentation. Presentation can be in different form. Let me list them. We have oral presentation. What I'm doing right now is what? Oral what? Presentation. I am presenting lecture. Then we have written presentation. That is the one you can best do with Microsoft Word. Let's say a company send you out to go and supervise a project, and then when you come back, you tender what? Your written what? Observation as your presentation, what you are presenting. The PowerPoint specialize on slideshow. That's the keyword. Slideshow. Slideshow means this is a presentation where content can move. You are going to see when we continue, you can see a text bouncing. You can see a text scrolling. You can see an image, probably what? Dancing. All these are show, which have to do with what? Motion. So in MS Word, you cannot create animation because the term animation here means motion, adding certain effect to an object ordinarily that does not have life, that doesn't move, and begin to act as if there is life in it. So that's why you are having this animation that you are seeing here. That is, this animation will offer us some set of functions that can push an object that does not have life and begin to act as if it has life. Okay, so now let's look at the next section. The next section is the tab properties bar. The whole of this section that keep changes are changing its content as I move from one tab to what? Another is the tabs properties bar, which is the same way with Word and the rest. Now let's go to the next section. So the whole of this section is called your pane, P-A-N-E, your pane. Now the slide which have a smaller version of your slide. This is the bigger version of your slide. So this one is just like what you have in Word, like pages, page 1, page 2. What you have in Excel, like sheet 1, sheet 2. So in PowerPoint, this is how you have them as what? Slide. Now, you have just one. If I want to add another slide, I will go to home. From home, I will select this. Look at this. I've added what? Another slide now. From home, click on what?
New
New
slide.
slide. That
New
is
slide.
equivalent to add page or page break in Microsoft Excel. Now, the idea is that the story you are presenting, the content you are presenting, if it exceeds the first slide, you what? You used what? The second slide. So at the
Second one.
end of the day, it's just like movie production. It will be divided into different scenes. So it will continue like that. And when you are presenting it to the user, they will not see the break. Everything will be displayed simultaneously. So this is how you can add slide, or you simply press letter control. You press down the control button and press letter M, M for mother. Once you press control and M, it will be automatically what? Adding new what? Slide for you. That's a shortcut. Control plus M. Now, all these are slides waiting to receive what? Content. So I have explained here, this is your slide what? Pan, where you can view. And mind you, this place is just like your monitor. This is your monitor. Now, anything you create in a slide, if you click here, it will output the content in that slide here. If I want to see what is slide 2, I will click on that slide 2, then I will view its content here. If I want to see what is slide 3, I will click on it. You cannot display two slide content at the same time. You have to be showing them one after the other. So the whole of this section, it is called the slide. Why here is the slide what? Pane. Why here is the slide? So the function of the slide is just like what you know as page in Microsoft Word. So remember that our page enables us to display content. Our page enables us to create content. So the same thing here. The same thing here, our slide enables us to display content. So slide is used to display content. The content can be images. The content the slide can present can be picture. It can be video. It can be audio. It can even be a design. Remember we did a little bit graphic design in Microsoft Word the other time. So we were drawing shape, filling them with color, and the rest of that. So this is your slide. Now, this slide is made up of slide layout. Now pay attention. The whole of this white space I am tracing is the slide. All these text boxes, this one that says click to add title, click to add text, they are called slide layout. Slide layout. So slide layout is different from slide. Slide is the main container, while the layout is the text boxes that define the structure of your content, how your content will be arranged on the slide. Did you get that?
Yes.
Okay, now I'm going to show you how you can change the layout, because the content you want to present determine the layout to choose. For example, let me use my annotation to illustrate it. If the story I want to tell, I would like to have my picture here on one side, and then right up here, right up here. You can see that you cannot use this layout, right? Do you agree with me? If this is the format you want to use, where you have a picture here, and then have your right beside it, you cannot use this current layout. Hope you know that. Because this one is horizontal layout, 2 rows. So you need a vertical what? Layout. So if you understand that, let me show you how to change your layout. So the moment you open the PowerPoint and you notice that based on what you want to present, the layout cannot actually give you the best presentation. The next thing you do is that what? You change it. So if I want to switch from horizontal layout to vertical layout, I am going to home. Then from home, instead of selecting new, you go to what? Layout. So when you click on layout, you will see these are different layers. So this one is the one I want because this one has vertical what? Can you see it? So if I click here now, I have changed the layout. So based on what you want to present, you must know how to change your layout. So my layout now here, I can type the title of my story. Let's say what? Computer training. Or let's say welcome to Digital Z. Let's say welcome to Digital Z Hub. Now, after typing, you should know how to format. You click on bold. You can bring it to the center. These are the things you have already mastered from Word. Then you can change your handwriting since it's a capture. And then you can increase the size. You can as well what? Change the color. Now here, I want to bring in an image. Maybe I am talking about computer training. So what I'm going to do, I will leave here and go to browser and go and search for what? Good looking what? Students that are working in computer lab. These are part of what you need to know. When you are creating presentation, sometimes you go to Google to search for images that speak the story, the topic, images that are aligned with the message you are trying to pass. So let's quickly go there. So let's say I open my browser because it's part of what you need to know. So now from here, I could just search for, let's say what? Computer operators. Computer operators. Then I will just go to the image. Now, let's say I want this picture. I want to put this picture there. So what I will do is that I will right click on that picture, select what? Save image what? As. Where do I want to save it? I want to save it on desktop. So let me just give it a name, com111111, just to remember. Then switch back to your PowerPoint. Go back to your PowerPoint. Go back to your PowerPoint. Now, how do I call that image in here? You will see this icon represent what? Picture. Depending on the element you want to bring. This one represents what? Graph. This one represents what? 3D model. This one represents video. So if it is video that I want to bring in here, this is where I will follow. Because you can mix your presentation with pictures and what? Video. Maybe somebody have said something like an advert, and then you want to incorporate that video advert in your presentation. So that when you are presenting, when you get to that slide, they will be hearing the word, the sound. So, but now it's picture that we want to bring in here. So I will click here. If you want to bring a table, remember this is a symbol for what? Table. Maybe like a tabular structure you want to bring. You want to bring graph. So you have different widgets for bringing all this. So I'll click here. It will ask me, where do I want to bring the picture from? Remember that we have downloaded it and stored it in our system. So I'll say from this device. Where in this device? Remember that we selected desktop. Then what is the file name? This is the name. I'll just search it out. I'll click here and then select open. Then you find the picture. Once you bring in the picture, all those format goes away. So automatically your arrangement matter. You can see that it does not align. I have to make sure that the text have the same vertical alignment with the picture. Then I can increase the picture if I want. Now, there are some things that we learned in Excel then. If I click on this picture and I go to picture format, I can change this picture to a circular picture. Can you see it now? Under this picture frame, I can embed the picture in different shape. Maybe this is the best presentation. I can just expand it to look well. Now, I'll click here to start writing. Maybe I want to talk about computer. I want to define computer. So I'll go back to the Google search and quickly search what? Define. So your assignment, you are going to do exactly what I'm doing. Define computer. So when it brings that is, I go to all so that I can have what is the best computer definition. So I can just copy this one, right click on it, select what? Copy, then switch back to your PowerPoint, then click inside this text box, Control V to paste. So when you are making research, you can be using PowerPoint to be saving. Like students need all this because there are these days now lecturers will say, go and do an assignment, then put it in slide, then mail it to my email. So these days now, if you are engaged in distance learning, we use PowerPoint to submit assignment instead of printing, because printing is now expensive. So you can see the way I research and I compile all the information. So with my Microsoft Word knowledge, I can highlight this one. Maybe I want to bold this and make it. I can adjust. I can do some other setting. I can increase the size using here as well. I can use alignment. Maybe I want to place it this way or this. Then make sure that it's well placed. Hope you are getting it.
Yes.
All right. So any question, because I want us to stop here so that you can replicate the same thing before tomorrow morning class.
Yeah, please. This computer, division of computer, where did you get it from?
I went to Google and then I
Back.
searched. Yes, I went back there and then I typed define computer. Then I came down to pick this one. This one was closed like this. Then I expanded it and then I highlighted it. Then
You
right
click,
click.
you click it, you click and
Yes,
expand.
yes. Then I right click. I highlighted everything I want to extract. Right click on it, select what? Copy. Then I went to PowerPoint and then let's say I want to put it here. So I click on the text box where I want, then Control V. That's what I
Okay.
did. Exactly.
Yes.
Okay.